David, why did you copy my costume? This was like, literally, I thought this was going to be the most random thing. I was going to wear a black hoodie and bunny ears, and you literally show up with the same thing. It's either I'm not that clever, which I'm starting to realize that's what it is. I'm probably not that clever. Or we have telekinesis going on, which is pretty cool.
We're just such best friends.
I choose the second one.
Telekinesis?
Telekinesis. I like that.
All right.
Welcome to the spooky screen and happy Halloween. As you can tell, we are in our costumes. I'm a ghost.
Conejo.
Johnny and David are the Bad Bunny twins.
Right.
And we got
Bad Bunny.
Dr.
Puerto
Greb
Rico?
Strange in the house.
Miami.
You know, I realized as I stand close to the camera, it just looks like a Dracula cloak.
For this Halloween special, we're going to do something different than what we normally do. The guys don't know this, but I have a little treat for them. Instead of reviewing the horror movies that were released in October, we are actually going to be reviewing reviewers of the horror movies that were released in October. So I pulled some reviews from IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, Letterboxd, the best of the best and the worst of the worst. And I want each of us to not review the movie, but review the reviewer's review of the movie. So at the end of each movie, I want you to tell me if the reviewers convinced you to watch or not watch the movie. Totally Killer, the 2020 October release. I'm going to say a quick synopsis. When the infamous Sweet 16 killer returns 35 years after his first murder spree to claim another victim, 17-year-old Jamie accidentally travels back in time to 1987, determined to stop the killer before he can start. So that is the synopsis of Totally Killer. And there's something I noticed about IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, and Letterboxd. It feels like different people use those platforms, but they're the same type of people. Does that make sense? Like IMDb are like the critical thinkers that are writing novels. They're writing like essays. IMDb is like the 5-star restaurant. Rotten Tomatoes is like the local bar, and Letterboxd is like
It's a Waffle House.
At 3 a.m.
Waffle House. Okay, this is a top review on Rotten Tomatoes. Back to the Future meets Scream, 5 stars. So I'm just trying to give you a little taste.
Is that the warm up, like the Bartow in the pool? Okay.
IMDb. I absolutely love this movie. If you took parts of Halloween, Scream, and Back to the Future and made a new film, it's definitely on my list to watch again. Another 5-star review. Then this is Letterboxd's top review. IDC, this movie was good as hell. Real cinema is back. This movie had me gagged. Oh my god, Camp ASF.
It's so true. It is Waffle House.
It's Waffle House at 3 a.m.
So those are the positive reviews of Totally Killer. All right, you get a little
that's
sense.
The cream of the crop.
Does it sound like a movie you want to see?
Sounds
Back
interesting.
to the Future meets Scream.
I want to say yes, but the fact that everybody keeps saying it makes me feel like there is something that I am missing.
That last review really made me not want to.
Yeah,
You don't want to be gagged?
I think that might.
Anyone who's gonna talk like that and like the movie is not gonna recommend a good movie to me. Real cinema is back.
Real cinema's back, baby.
All right, let's go to the bad reviews. This is a 1-star review on IMDb.
Ooh.
So we went from 10 stars on IMDb to 1 star. This is the 1 star. Combine a time travel remake of Back to the Future with a hyper-violent slasher. These two genres don't mix unless you're a genius filmmaker, but the director is probably at the other extreme of that.
Oh my
The
goodness.
writing is the worst I have seen. The humor is supposed to come from a 2023 girl facing the behaviors of the 80s, but it's so obvious, so predictable, so not funny. It's like it was written by AI, but without the I. So
Yikes.
Wait, and what site was this?
this was IMDb.
Okay.
And I had to summarize what they said because they had like 6 other paragraphs.
Wow.
So this was like their thesis.
This was this was me trying to boil it down to their essence. Does that sway your opinion a little bit?
Out of the 4 reviews, this sounds the most accurate, honestly.
Yeah. What concerns me is that people that trash talk this hard tend to just
hate everything.
Yeah, they tend to not really be giving good perspective. They just love to hate things.
All right.
I don't like reviews like that.
I get it. Well, let's move on to a 1-star review of Rotten Tomatoes. Nothing about this movie was good. This is a Disney Plus family version of a slasher. It's the cheaper version of Happy Death Day with PG-13 kills, and its attempt at humor was atrocious. If you're looking for a family horror movie that everyone can watch, like Ernest Scared Stupid, then this is your film. That's from Brad G.
Love Ernest Scared Stupid. I'm sold. Watching this movie. Sold, you scholar. Oh my goodness, Shakespeare.
I think that description is a complete lie. So,
well, the last
don't turn me wrong. Don't steer me wrong.
The last person described it as a hyper-violent slasher, and this person describes it as
Disney Plus
Disney
horror
popcorn
movie that everyone can watch. So,
jeez.
Where's the truth? We don't know.
I feel like it's somewhere in the middle.
No, which platform was this?
That was Rotten Tomatoes.
That was Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, let's hear the last one then.
And then the last one is Letterboxd. You know how Letterboxd is. This film, this is from a 1-star review on Letterboxd. This film is the cinematic equivalent of being at your in-laws, a work happy hour, or your next door neighbor's gender reveal party. It keeps going. I'm sorry.
Keep going. Keep going.
You have too much 7-layer dip and badly need to use the bathroom. I'm sorry. I'm not able to get through this. You find out the toilet paper. You find that the toilet paper they use is the generic, unbranded single ply.
Yeah.
Piss veil 1 ply that you get at the Dollar Tree. You're in such a hurry to just do your business and get the hell out of here that you wipe extra hard. You wipe extra hard. Actually push 1 finger clean through the wafer. The wafer thin napkin and right out your butthole. Feeling a bit violated and unkempt, you quietly walk back to your car and patiently wait for your wife to do a long goodbye so you can go home and watch C-SPAN. 1 star.
Wow.
Who wrote that? Give them an Oscar.
right?
I think the theme that I hear about all of them is this blending of Back to the Future with Scream. And if it's that obvious, that means they use tropes and they ripped them off a little bit, which probably means it doesn't feel very fresh. It probably
like trying to be meta without.
Yeah, and it's probably not that good. Though those reviews, some of those were really funny. That last one was.
Yeah, that.
So, are you guys siding with the positive reviews?
No,
I'm siding with the negative reviews.
So you guys are not seeing Totally Killer.
I'm siding with the negative reviews, but I'm intrigued to now see how horrible it actually is. What streaming platform is Totally Killer on?
David, just buy single ply toilet paper and you'll get it.
Right, and get ready to put the finger in the bum.
Okay,
that's what the guy said.
Okay.
Listen, I'm a bunny. I have paws. I don't have fingers.
And it gets weirder.
All right, moving on to Exorcist Believer. Out in theaters now and will be on streaming tomorrow.
Is this the prequel to the Exorcist series?
This is like the sequel. This is the sequel to the original Exorcist, and it's done by the guy who made the sequel to the Halloween franchise.
Oh, great.
Now,
Evil
before you start,
David
Noah,
Gordon Green.
You know that guy's raking in cash.
Oh, yeah.
Before you start, Noah, I did hear this movie was like, should I say my opinion of what I've heard through the grapevine?
No, not at all. We're reviewing reviewers, David.
Wait until we hear all the reviews, and then you can.
Yeah, Dave.
All right.
Stop with the ASMR. I don't like it. I don't want to hear it.
IMDb. These are the
Gordon Ramsay reviews.
Yeah, these are the the high class top
Michelin
deck of the
stars.
Titanic reviews. This is a top review. We're gonna do top reviews first. The Exorcist Believer is worth a watch for the Exorcist 1973 fans. Just watch it with low expectations, and you just might find yourself genuinely spooked.
A little shallow.
That was a 10-star review.
Right?
Watch it with low expectations, turn your brain off, and you'll enjoy it.
If you like the better version of this, you can find some enjoyment in this.
No, I know what you're doing, but you're explaining it better than they did. Their review was not.
I'm sorry.
Really say that, you know.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Was not even that convincing.
If you're okay with this movie sucking, then you'll love it.
We're gonna move to Rotten Tomatoes. This is a review. This is a 5-star review, which is 5 out of 5 by Marco M. And the review is very good sound noise movie. That is the review.
I'm thinking we got Russian
bots
trying to influence our culture, trying to direct our elections.
Cheers to the Russian bots.
It was really hard to find a 5-star review on this movie on Rotten Tomatoes, and this was one of the ones that made the most sense. So,
well, now, what does Russia have to gain by spotting this movie?
Right, this made the most sense.
This is Letterboxd.
Oh, here we go.
I'm strapped in. I'm ready.
Dudes.
I'm ready.
And I'm gonna censor a lot of the the profanity.
You should just say it now, Noah, and bleep it. Because
no, that's a lot of bleeps. That's a lot of bleeps. I can't.
That's so funny.
Effin' rocks. DGG, David Gordon Green's remakes are awesome because they're funny as shite and subvert conventions of the originals while doing loving fan service to the maniacs who cherish these properties, but welcome new interpretations with open arms. Surely I'm not alone. There are gotta be others who cry when they hear the classic themes reprised, but also love seeing those legacies get effed. With introduced to dumb-ass kids who don't know what the F a Linda Blair is.
Anytime you hear somebody say, surely I'm not alone, it means that they are indeed alone.
I'm not saying this is who he is, but this is the type he reminds me of. The guy who still lives in his hometown, and he's mad at everyone. He's still mad at everyone because they don't think that his taste is good, but he's convinced he has the best taste. But he's never left, a 5-mile radius from his house. So I don't know, just not a well balanced individual who has good perspectives. He just has strong opinions, and it doesn't matter if he's right or wrong. He's just gonna yell at you.
Yeah,
just yeah. No, it's good. That's better. You like stupid movies. Who's he writing it to? That's what I mean. That's why I'm saying this.
Okay, Johnny, what you have to understand is a lot of the discourse around this movie, Exorcist Believer, is extremely negative. I know. The majority, it's not like the Halloween trilogy that we watched that was rebooted, where it was split half and half. This is way more hate. So he is coming into Letterboxd as a minority.
I see.
And he is angry that people are mad they did not like this, and he is really mad at them.
So what you're saying, this is probably David Gordon Green going anonymously to write a review.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
This movie slaps.
This movie slaps, bro. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
So those are the top reviews. Lower your expectations. Legacies get effed. And very good sound noise movie. So those are your choices.
Not looking good for this movie right now.
Yeah, when the 5-star review told me that if you are okay with how bad this movie is gonna be, then you just might enjoy it. Yeah, I already knew what I was in for.
All right, this is the bottom review of IMDb. This movie felt like someone arguing frantically for 2 hours that movies are supposed to be entertainment, Johnny, as a way of drowning out their conscience, telling them that they have in fact made a crap movie.
Is this written by Steven?
And then they go on to say obvious and pointless jump scares, amateur written soliloquies about good versus evil, uninspired, and thus desperate feeling callbacks to the original.
That's a pretty good review, to be honest.
Yeah. This is Rotten Tomatoes.
What I want to know is, before you go further, what I want to know is what's wrong with callbacks? Don't you want some level of callback so you can connect A to B?
I think they feel lazy to a lot of people. It feels like, you're just like, it's like if you, I don't know, it's like Noah's issues with the new Jurassic Parks, It's like too many
callbacks you can't stand on your own.
Yeah, exactly.
It's distracting.
Okay, see, I can understand too many callbacks, but it just sounded like they were saying any kind of callback was too much.
In the movie industry, I think people are just reached saturation of all these like remakes or reboots or sequels. They just want to like see something new.
Let's see what you say when you hear this person's review from Rotten Tomatoes. This is Patsy, and they say, such an unnecessary and insulting sequel to the original. David Gordon Green is such a disappointment after his very good Halloween trilogy. So this is a person that liked the Halloween trilogy but hated Exorcist and called it insulting to the original. So it's not like it's it's not like it's doing callbacks. It's actually insulting to the original.
It's like spitting on the grave.
So is Halloween. So if they think that this is insulting, then that means if they liked Halloween and think this is bad, then that must mean that this movie's good and Halloween's.
I'm kind of confused now because I feel like
this person has bad judgment.
I feel like if a lot of people don't like a film, maybe it's not bad because a lot of people have bad taste. And someone who likes Halloween who dislikes this maybe means this is a great movie. But I cannot imagine that this is a great movie based on the
Morbius.
But do you think it's worse than the Halloween trilogy? They said very good Halloween trilogy.
I don't think it. Yeah. Look, the Halloween trilogy does. The thing it does well is it completely embraces itself. Like it is just straight slasher. You can't complain about it because it does what it's supposed to do. It doesn't do it in a way that is as elevated as the original Halloween, but it doesn't even try to anymore. This, I can't imagine, does something new with Possession. Very good sound movie.
Very good.
I was really hoping.
Very good making.
I was really hoping when you read a review, you were going to say very bad sound movie.
All right, this is the bottom review. This is a 1-star review on Letterboxd.
Lay it on me, Waffle House.
I'm ready. I'm ready to embrace this.
I hope you're ready.
I'm scared.
The guy sitting.
It's already gonna be good. Come on.
Is this about bad BO or flatulence?
Man who sits under a waterfall.
The guy sitting to my left had on very short sweatshirts. It's so hard to get through these. The guy sitting to my left had on very short sweatshorts. It was sitting cross-legged with his disgusting thick hairy thigh up in my business. Then he took off his shoes.
Oh god!
And was rubbing his feet through his dusty, dirty socks. Dude's shorts were hiked up so high, his could have popped out at any second.
Oh my goodness.
Why was I so distracted by this? Because the menu lights on the Alamo Draft House tray tables perfectly illuminated this BS, and it was unavoidable focus of my peripheral vision. Oh. Movie also sucked.
I actually think this is a really clever review. Because what he's trying to say is like, this movie was so bad I couldn't even watch the movie because this terrible thing was more distracting. Like the movie was just not engaging at all. That's what it sounds like. This is really
it was so boring that you were focused
the hairy dude's leg was more
interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so those are the top and bottom reviews of Exorcist Believer. Where are you guys leaning? Are you leaning with the people that loved it or the people that hated it?
The people that hated it.
Yeah, hard no.
I don't know. Part of me kind of wants to lean with the people who liked it, just because the people who hate it had such a vitriolic hate for it. Like, it can't be that bad. There's no way it's that bad. These are like the super fans who were so in love with the original Exorcist that they just want to review bomb this, in my opinion. Like, it's coming off that ridiculous at this point.
Are you seeing this, Nick?
Once it's free, yeah.
Nice. You got one.
If you're not willing to pay for it, though, then you don't really want to see it.
That's true.
Now-
I can understand
You know what I
that sentiment.
How Nick easily gives up.
I mean-
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Fuck it,
look,
I don't want to see it.
I don't even like paying for good movies, so does it really count? Like,
This has been Spooky Screens Halloween special where we review the reviewers who review movies. Thank you for listening. Have a happy Halloween. Everyone say bye.
Peace.
Oh,